Here is the review of the Transformers Collaborative Crossovers Dracula. And joining me in this review is my dad.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's good to be back. We have been very busy here lately.
Now, for those of you who don't know what Transformers Collaborative is, they're a crossovers line where they do make Transformers, but they make them into other movies and sometimes cartoons, like they made one with Back to the Future, one from Jurassic Park, one from Ghostbusters, and they also made some crossovers of Marvel, Star Wars, and also one from G.I. Joe.
So they've done a couple crossovers. So this is a crossover between
Transformers and
Dracula.
One of the Universal monster.
Right. One of the more well-known, of course, monsters, such as Frankenstein,
The
Wolfman, the Mummy, and stuff like that. But today, it is Dracula, which by Takara Tomy. And then we also have the Hasbro license down there.
Now I don't normally show the packaging, but the reason why I'm showing you this is because this does look familiar to y'all, but that's only for you people that did grow up in the 80s.
Y'all see what he means here in a minute. I've seen it. I know what he's talking about. So this is the box, but there's something else in the box that he wants to show y'all that is from the past.
And should look familiar to y'all. But here's the box here. Has a nice picture of Dracula. And here it has the X here, which I'm assuming this is the Collaborative crossover logo here.
But the X could also stand for my generation. But anyway, Generation X. But anyway.
And on the top has Universal monsters. And on the side here and on the back here it does have a picture of the toy both in robot mode and bat mode. And he also does come with a included cape here. And it does say Transformers on the top. And on the bottom, it just has some, like,
a bunch of words. Very small words.
And on the top here, which is upside down, it has a picture of Dracula's 90th anniversary, which means Dracula has been around for 90 years, which is a really long time ago. And it does have Transformers. And on the other side, it's nothing. But mine here does have a little
tear in it.
Now, the reason why I told y'all from the
beginning,
the beginning of the video, if this does look familiar to y'all,
it's not the box, it's what's inside the box.
And also, this does, well, this is supposed to replicate one of those old school VHS tapes. Because
down here at the bottom, it's a little part to pull.
And if you slide out the actual box from the cover here, you can see here it's supposed to replicate one of those
VHS tapes.
And for a comparison, here it is compared to a
real VHS tape.
This is just a blank one, as you can see.
This is a VHS tape. That's what this right here is supposed to represent. When you pull this out of the box for Dracula to get him out and start overlooking him, this is a real blank VHS tape. And I remember from my past there was two kinds of VHS tapes. You have the front loader that you could put this in and push it in, and then you also had the older one, which was a top mount where you would stick it in the top and press it down. Those two VHS systems I do remember.
And this top piece does fall down.
Yeah, let's see here.
And there is a little button right there.
Right here, there is a button. A little small button that you activate. And you can actually press it down, and there is the tape. The movie.
And this is how you would play the movie.
Yes, it would lift up this part right here, and it would have little sprockets that would come in and start reading the film.
this is just a fake VHS tape, because when you turn it around, this is where the actual figure would be displayed in. And this is also supposed to represent like his coffin.
Yeah, coffin.
Because Dracula always sleeps in a coffin.
During the daytime. During the nighttime, he's awake and doing whatever. But during the daytime, he sleeps in a coffin.
Because
he's a vampire.
And vampires are allergic to sunlight.
I don't like sunlight. Yeah, he killed him.
And it does have the same collaborative crossover symbol right there. But that's about it for the box, and I'm gonna keep this box.
He really likes the box art, so he's going to keep the box.
And I also like how this is supposed to replicate one of those old school
VHSs.
VHS,
yes, and y'all remember them as he's getting the figure out. Y'all remember them from like Blockbuster and other stores that you could go over there and rent for about a day or two. I remember that.
And here's the actual figure itself.
And there is a big bat.
A big bat?
A big bat. There's a big bat on your table. Now, this this a retool of?
Yes, this is a repaint and retool of the Titans Returns
Mindwipe.
Okay.
Which in the G1 he was a headmaster.
Yes.
Mindwipe was a headmaster, and he had his own little companion with him that transforms to make his head.
But here he's not a headmaster.
Because he is Dracula.
And this right here is a little cockpit where you would insert the little Titan master in, or the headmaster. And as you can see, he does have this cloth piece here, which is going to be his cape in robot mode. Could you even call it a robot mode?
Yeah, a Dracula mode. How about that? Yeah, a Dracula mode.
But if you don't want this on him, then you can
remove it.
But I'm gonna show y'all that when we get to the transformation.
Yeah, Colton, does his lights, are those a little bit of light piping, or is that painted in? His eyes?
These are painted in.
Okay. Alright. This is the only translucent part on him. Okay.
And he does have some nice red paint on the inside of his wings here. And also some more red paint on his ears here. And all around there's like not much else to it. And for articulation, his mouth does open, but it only opens to about
About there?
there.
It does open very little. See, like, right there. It does open. Huh.
And he does have some silver paint on his teeth here. And if you want to have him, like, purged, which is what bats...
Yeah, they hang upside down.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much hang upside down.
But if you want to have him, like, purged, you can move these wings in. But if he has the cape on him, it does
hinder it some?
Hinder it some. So if you want to have him purged, you will have to, like, take off the cape itself. But his wings do have a hinge joint here, here, and here.
So 3 hinge joints per wing.
Yes.
All in all, it's neat of the representation of a bat. So, I mean, it definitely looks different than G1, that's for sure. But we're going with today's technology and stuff, so it's going to be different, and some things are going to be different in transformation than the G1. And now I think we had a G1, but I think it was broken in a couple of spots. I don't know.
You're talking about
G1 Mime Wipe, the Headmaster, which this isn't it. I'm just going back in my recollection. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm rambling.
So, I think it's now time to, like, transform him. So to begin the transformation, first I will have to remove his cape. And the way you would attach the cape is these holes here. I will have to zoom in. These holes go in the tips here, And you have to make sure that these little things are sitting over these. Well, you have to make sure that these things are sitting over the tips of the cape here. So it looks something like this. And you do want to unfold the cape here, because you do need to take these things out of these holes here also. And then just drop the whole cape down. So it looks like that.
Could you take the cape off?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
But you can still transform him with the cape on, and it doesn't affect anything. But I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. And the way you would take it off is you would remove it from this hole here, from this little
tail kind of.
Well, yeah, the little tail shaped, which is a cross shape here. And I'm going to set this off to the side. So now to begin, you want to come to his legs here and untap them from these pegs into these holes here. And then you would straighten these down. Oh, and one more thing. I don't have Times Returns mind wipe, so that there's no comparison between Dracula and my mind wipe.
Yeah.
So this is my first time messing with this mind wipe mold.
And we don't have a real bat to compare it with either. Right? Oh, yeah. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah. I didn't know if we had a real bat or not. I don't think so.
And for the wings, you would untap them from these pegs into these grooves and bring them out. And then you want to take the bat head here, untap it and bring it down, and then bring it up. So it looks like that. And then that would allow you to take the wings and bring them up on these joints here. And when these are bringed up, you now want to take these back wings here, bring them out and rotate them around so they look like that. Do the same on the other side. Now for the legs here, which these wings are going to become. You do want to take what will become his feet and fold them down. And then for the wings, you want to take the tip here, fold it in, and then fold the wings in on this joint, and then bring them back on
the hinge.
This hinge joint here.
So what you're doing is pretty much filling out the legs with his bat wings.
Yes.
Okay.
And the tip of the wings is going to tap into this peg here, into this hole right here. And then you do the same on the other side. And rotate his knees around. And for his arms, you want to rotate them down and rotate them at the bicep. And underneath his elbows, you want to flip out his hands. And then you want to take this piece and flip it all the way around, which will reveal his head. And we're not quite done yet, because of course he needs to have his cape. But the way you would attach it to is this same hole is going to go into the same cross peg here, and these wings are going to go into the same holes here.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're done.
And that is awesome. Let's get a close up now. His chest right here doesn't open or anything, right? That's okay.
No.
Okay. Now let's see. Can you look up? Yeah, there we go. We get a little shot of his. Yeah.
And the only things that they changed is the head sculpt and the hands and his chest.
Chassis. They put the jacket, the like
suit.
Yes, there you go. Suit jacket and molded that and stuff like that. And then this right here represents his inner shirt under his jacket. That
Dracula always like wears a suit.
Yeah, in the movies he's depicted pretty much, maybe one or two where he doesn't have on a suit, but 9 times out of 10 this is the way they have him in the movies. And do y'all remember a show called Fright Night? I'm just wondering who remembers that show out there. I have Fright Night 1 and Fright Night 2. I don't know what brought that up. Just watching this just come to my mind. Anyway, I'm rambling again. Go ahead, Colton.
But he still does have the same black on him with some white on him from his elbows.
They're like cufflinks or something like that right here at his hands and stuff.
Well, I think these are supposed to be his sleeves.
Yes, but decorative sleeves.
And also his chest here. And he does have a little bit of silver here. And so is his face. And his ears. And I think this is like a metallic gray here on his chest. And he also does have some metallic gray on the top of his head here. And some silver for his hands. And red on his eyes. And a little bit more of that metallic gray on his knee pads here. And that's about it.
I think that they did a pretty good job. I think that trying to capture the essence of Dracula from one mode to another, they did good. His face and head sculpt, that they did a really good job with that. They did a really good job. I like that. The rest of it is just normal transformation pretty much from one to the other, just like the other original mold, except for the head. The head is
completely new.
Yes.
Oh, and he does have some of that collar around his head. And for our articulation, head is on a ball joint. Arms are on a ball joint, and you can use that transformation joint to have his arms move out a lot more. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, waist swivel, legs go forward, back, in and out, thigh swivel, knee, and that's it. And also, what you can also do with his cape is that these little grooves here, you can have him grip onto these. Get his arms out.
Nice. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Okay.
And have him do something like that.
Nice.
And another thing that you can do with him is that you can also have him do something like this. If I can get his face showing. So you can have him like that. And I'm gonna have to get him straightened out. Now he does also come with some weapons, which are like the mind wipe mold, and that is a gun here, which does have some red paint on it that he can hold in his hand here. Or if you don't want him holding it in his hand, you can attach it on his forearm here from this port here. And he does have it on both sides. And he also comes with this thing here, which does have the two guns here. That he can hold in his hand. And you can either have him hold it like this, or you can flip around the handle and have him hold it like that. Or if you come underneath here and flip out these blades here.
He could really reach out and touch someone.
You can still have him hold it in his hand, either like this or like this. And you can still plug it on the same hole in his forearm.
Now that looks good.
Either like this or like this. But he doesn't need any weapons, because
Dracula's got teeth. No, I don't know. He's got teeth. He's got wings. He can fly. He's like Superman, the evil version of Superman, kind of. Okay.
Because it'll be like weird
Yeah.
to see Dracula
Yeah.
using weapons instead of his fang.
Yeah, instead of mind control and fangs for teeth.
And let's get the box here.
And like Colton said, this is a crossover, so this is a neat spin on Dracula, where they incorporated Mind Wipe to become Dracula. And if you remember in the G1, Mind Wipe could always hypnotize people, Autobots, and he always had a weight arrogance about him. And that comes over with this Transformer as far as the arrogance. I can see it. They made a Dracula out of Mind Wipe, and that's just awesome.
And final thoughts. I also really like how this figure turned out, and like my dad was telling y'all, Mind Wipe from the G1 cartoon can also mind control.
Mind control, hypnotize. He was a master of a lot of that. And himself, as far as G1, was I guess a robot Dracula. But it didn't look anything like this. Like I said, this is a retool, resculpt of today's Mind Wipe that they retooled into Dracula. So I like what they did with the cover. I like Dracula more, and I like what they have in the box as far as it resembling a VHS tape. Let me see that tape right there, because they went old school with the inside packaging, which was supposed to be an homage and a copy of a VHS home tape. And this is a real VHS tape, yes.
So I think that's about it. So there you have the Transformers Collaborative crossovers Dracula. And if you like this video, give us a like, comment, and subscribe for more.
And also share if you want. We would like it very much. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all.
And if you want to check out some other videos that you may have missed, I did create a playlist on my YouTube channel, and I got it all organized.
Yes, we got it organized, and he has been doing an awesome job with it. And we have stuff in there from different genres of Transformers to more G.I. Joes, but that's what we have so far. And Mask and other stuff from the 80s are still coming. And of course, we always have the Transformers.
And that's about it. So, thanks for watching.